Now let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
Oh man, I ain't gonna front, man. I was like kind of like a troublemaker. Like I always had to have the last word, you know. Like teacher said something like I had to be center of attention, and you know, I kind of grew out of it as I got older. I used to fight a lot, and basically, but for the grades, like I was an A/B student. Like I was raised by my grandma, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't play the radio. Like I got a C, she like, what's that? And then, you know, so I got the A's and the B's, and then on top of that, like when I was grew up here in Atlanta, you know, went to a little preppy school. I was over there on Sandy Springs side, go to Ridgeview and Riverwood and stuff like that. And when you make the little honor roll, they give you Hawks tickets, Braves tickets. So me and the homies and the girls, you know, we used to be like, well, we gonna get them free tickets. And we used to just make good grades, you know. I just was bad though.
Now, what jobs did you have growing up, if any?
Oh man, basically it's like I hustled all my life from when I was like 7 to 8 years old. I used to go to the little store, and it might be after Easter or whatever. I take about $10 over there, and I buy a pack. I get all the Easter sale candy that's cheap. Man, I go to school and bang it out. You know what I'm saying? I was known for being a candy man. We used to sell Kool-Aid in a bag like it was that thing, you know what I'm saying? Sugar and Kool-Aid. We selling little bags, 50 cents for like 2 fingers, you know what I'm saying? And it went from there to I was sweeping hair in the barber shop up here. Started at this spot called Trey Classique. Then went to Salon Renee, you know what I'm saying? But I used to sweep hair. And all the little celebrities, Holly Berry, they just used to fall through there. I swept hair and made my little money, so it's like when I grew up in school, like I stayed fresh because I stayed fresh. Like my grandma, she went to Jock Panay. In case y'all don't know, that's at J.C. Penney. So, you know what I'm saying? She had me in that wax stuff, and I couldn't go for that, so I had to get my own money, get my own clothes, and then I turned around, you know, it just, the older I got, the game changed. It went from selling candy to sweeping hair, you know what I'm saying, running errands, to I worked like McDonald's. Then I only did it for like a couple checks. Then I was like, went and did what it do, you know what I'm saying, got something, and I just ain't looked back. Like, my grandma always told me I was hard-headed, I could never work for nobody, which I thought she was wrong, but at the end, I found out she was right. So I was like, I hustled all my life. I was always my own boss. I did what I had to do sometimes to get back on my feet and work for somebody, but I can't take too much of that. And not if I could get it on my own, you know, so I did what I had to do and got it on my own. And that's just basically like the same thing with the music, you know. I just invested it into myself instead of into the work in the streets, you know. I just use it like the street, you know. I use the same connect, same plug, just distribute a different pack.
Now, any crazy customer stories dealing with any of those jobs you just mentioned?
Oh, man. I had a lot of crazy ones, like, you know, when I tried to work and give me a little check, you know, I worked at McDonald's, and I had customers come through talking crazy, like they was hard and act like they reaching for something and everything. And when you young, you dumb. So I used to just walk out there and like, what you reaching for, bro? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But they ain't reaching for nothing, they were flexing. But nowadays, I won't do that, because them boys reaching, they busted. Like I said, you young and dumb. I don't believe in that no more. Then it's like another time where I got into it with a manager at a job. You know what I'm saying? And he called the law on me. Like we was finna fight up in there. I just ended up dipping, never went back. It was like calling the police, so I dipped out of there. But that, and then, you know, you had the regular street customers, you know, where you go out there, you messing around in them streets, you know, you're gonna go through all the wrong stuff. So you're gonna have all kinds of crazy stories to where you running up the cars, you in the window, like, what's up? And they do this, and pull off on you, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the ones that, you got the ones like, you got the boys that'll come, you know, I done been shot, you know. They done tried to rob me by a person that, you know, all they had to do was ask for it. I'd have gave it to them. But they were geeked up, wasn't in their right mind, but they caught me early one morning slipping. And the sad thing about it, they ain't even get nothing. You know, they shot me for nothing. But, you know, that ain't stopped me. The same day I was gone on the highway, go finish the plan I had the day before, you know, checked out the hospital, went, did what I had to do to make it right, and kept it moving, you know. I done had, man, all kinds of crazy stories, man. Like, a lot of it be like close people, though. You know what I'm saying? They always cross you for a little bit of bread after you done show them love, you know, show their mama love, everything. Always make sure they straight, got them out of jail. But yeah, they still try to cross you, and then they mad at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they owe you. And they mad at you like you owe them something. And at the end of the day, they in the wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know, I believe in haters make me greater, so I just be happy because at the end, like, I'm here, like, I did what I had to do. It all paid off. If you'd have stayed 100, like the ones that stayed 100 that's with me right now, you'd be where we at, you know what I'm saying?
Now, what's the worst thing you put your parents through?
Oh, man, like, basically, like, you know, I was raised by my grandma. My dad, he smoked dope, still smoke dope. But, you know, my mama died when I was 5. And my grandma, man, she always tried to make sure she did the best she could for us. But, like, I was bad, you know. I came up, I was just bad as hell. And I messed around, got locked up when I was about 17. I caught a robbery by intimidation charge down in Savannah, Georgia. For basically, dude owed my man some change for some dope. You know what I'm saying? When he seen him, he was like, "Where my bread at?" Blah blah blah. He turned around, called the police, said we robbed him. They ain't find no gun because he said we had a gun, but they dropped it from armed robbery to a robbery by intimidation. So I had got locked up. And then my grandma, you know, she was stressing trying to get me out. You know, I was her favorite, so she ain't get my dad out of jail. She don't usually get nobody out of jail, but she made sure she got me out. And when she got me out, you know, I was on a straight path. You know, I still blew my tree. She knew I blew my tree. She be like, you gonna smoke, you smoke in your room. At least you ain't out there in the streets. I know you ain't gonna get killed. I know you ain't gonna get locked up. So, you know, I was honest with my grandma. Everything I did, I told her. If I stole, I told her I stole. But if I stole, it was for a reason. It was for the house or something. I didn't steal for no reason, you know what I'm saying? She understood that. She was cool, you know. But I got out of jail and I worked little jobs like I did, you know. And then she messed around and when she passed, it was just like, shit. I gotta survive, because we had moved from Savannah to North Carolina, to Goldsboro, because my cousin was stationed there. And then he gets stationed in Anchorage, like 3 months after we get there. So I'm like, man, I'm on probation. I can't transfer this stuff again. So I just stayed there, and she messed around and passed. Then I was stuck there. I jumped out in the streets, and like I made a name for myself, you know what I'm saying? And everybody used to never understand, like, how this man getting so much money around here? He ain't even from here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I always looked out for everybody. I paid my dues.
Now, what's your message to the youth?
Man, if I could do it all over, man, I would do it all over. ain't nothing better than getting your education, and cause that education gonna take you where you need to go. Like, you could say, you know what I'm saying, that fast money cool and all, but you ain't gonna have it at when somebody put that bullet in your head. You know what I'm saying? Or when the feds come and get you and take it all and lock you up, and then take your cars, your house, and your family out there on the streets. Like, you don't want that. So, like I said, if I could do everything over, I would do it over, you know, and go the right way. I ain't had no daddy. I ain't had nobody on me to tell me the right from the wrong. All that mattered in my house was how that rent gonna get paid. If you ain't in school, well, you need to work. So it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? If you finish school and you get that education, you could be so much further in life, you know what I'm saying? Have a plan and just, you know, prepare for your future. Cause, you know, you do good, you ain't got to pay for no school. your brain gonna pay for the school, you know what I'm saying? Like, parents might have about 40 bands saved up for you towards college. Man, you pay for your own college with your brain, get that scholarship, you know what I'm saying, full ride or whatever. Academic, you know what I'm saying? That 40 bands, your 40 bands. You could go buy a car, you could go invest in some stock, you could blow it if you want, but you earned it. You know, you spent 18 years working hard, and you pay for your own education with your brain, you know what I'm saying? So you deserve that money. But the wise thing is to just invest and let it stack or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Invest in yourself, whatever you go to school in, you know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. If you ain't gonna believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you.